So what's up guys, it's here by Nino or Quadji, and welcome back to another video of Call of Duty Warzone. As of today, there's only 15 days until November 5th, which is the day that Vanguard arrives. And for the past 2 years, there's been a lot of weapon tuning to the Modern Warfare weapons in Warzone and the Cold War weapons in Warzone. And since we're at the end here, there's not going to be any more DLC guns added. There's not going to be any super major weapon tuning to the attachments of these guns. So I decided to compile the 101 best class setup loadouts for all 101 customizable weapons in Call of Duty Warzone. And this encompasses Modern Warfare weapons and Cold War weapons and even the current Vanguard weapons. I'm going to tell you guys what blueprint works when it comes to those Vanguard weapons at the moment. I want to make this video because years from now, these class setups are still going to be viable for every single Cold War and Modern Warfare gun. So I doubt they're going to make any super major attachment changes, so I could be wrong. And that's the whole purpose for this video. So if you guys are excited to see the absolute best class setup loadouts for any gun in Warzone that you're curious about, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on those post notifications. We're also extremely close to the ultimate goal of 100,000 subscribers. So if anybody new watching this video can just subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. I go through each of the weapons very briefly enough so that you pretty much get the gist of why the class setup is good. And also there will be timestamps in the description down below. Like I said, share this video around. If there's any questions about these class setups, let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys are ready for these class setups, let me know what your favorite gun is in Warzone in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check these class setups for all 101 weapons out. So here we have our first weapon, which is going to be the XM4 with agency suppressor to be good at long range, task force barrel to pretty much reduce the recoil to its minimal point and allow it to melt more faster. Optic is going to be the Axial Arms 3X for those long range kills. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent grip to maximize its recoil control, and then the magazine is going to be the 45 round mag so it doesn't lose any ADS speed. The XM4 is a long-range beast, and that's how you should really use it. It's good at short range as well, but maximize its potential during long range. It's awesome. So next up, we got the AK-47 from Cold War, and that's going to have the Groza suppressor so that it pretty much stays silenced and you can be sneaky around the map. Spetsnaz RPK barrel to maximize its long-range damage potential. Axial Arms 3X because it's the best optic out there for the Cold War weapons. Underbarrel is going to be the Spetsnaz grip to maximize this gun's recoil control again. And the last attachment is going to be the 45 round mag so that you don't lose any ADS speed as opposed to running the 60 round mag. This is a perfect sniper support, perfect long range gun in the game, one of the fastest times to kill in the game as well. Definitely rock the Cold War AK-47 at the moment. So next up we have the Krig 6 here with the muzzle being the agency suppressor to pretty much stay off the minimap. Barrel is going to be this 15-inch CMV mil-spec barrel so that it has maximum bullet velocity and effective damage range because that's where the gun really shines at long range. Also got the optic being the Axial Arms 3X for those long range kills. Underbarrel being the field agent grip to maximize its recoil control. And then magazine is also going to be the 45 round mag because with 60 round mag, the ADS speed feels a little slow and that could really throw you off in some gunfights. Similar to the other guns, this is going to be a long range meta gun and definitely use it with this class. Next up, we got an underrated favorite, the QBZ. And with the QBZ, you want to run the agency suppressor to stay off the minimap, task force barrel to maximize that bullet velocity and effective damage range, Axial Arms 3X for those long shot kills. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent grip to pretty much just maximize its recoil control. And the magazine is actually the Stenag 60 round drum mag. It doesn't really suffer as much ADS penalty as the other guns do. That's why I keep the 60 round on here, but you can change it to 45 if you want. I love the QBZ for long range potential. It's even better than the Krig at what it does. So try out the QBZ if you haven't done so with this class. So for the FFAR here, we have a long range potential class. And with that, we got the muzzle being the agency suppressor for obvious reasons. The barrel being the task force barrel for obvious reasons. The optic being the Axial Arms 3X, for those long range kills. Underbarrel to maximize its recoil control. And the magazine is going to be the Stenag 50 round mag because this gun doesn't have a lot of ammo. It shoots really fast, so you want as much ammo as possible. Like I said, this is a long range FFAR class because it has one of the most consistent time to kill in the game. The only problem is that it has a good amount of recoil. But with these attachments, it does lower the recoil to a manageable amount. And if you can master the recoil on this gun, it could outgun pretty much almost every other assault rifle in the game, which is actually insane. So try this out if you haven't done so already. Next up, we got the Groza, which is one of the most underrated guns in the game in my opinion. We got the muzzle being the regular suppressor for that sprint to fire speed and ADS speed to kind of give this gun an SMG role because that's very, very fast sprint to fire speed. We also have the CMV mil-spec barrel so that it also has long range capabilities. We also got the optic being the Axial Arms 3X for those long range kills. We We got the underbarrel being the Spetsnaz speed grip to pretty much help manage its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the Spetsnaz 60 round drum mag for that maximum ammo capacity. This gun is amazing. I love it for as a sniper support, but you can also use it for long range kills because that's very manageable recoil control with this class setup, and definitely use the Groza with this class if you haven't done so already. Next up, we got one of my personal favorites, the FARA 83. Muzzle is going to be the suppressor for that quick ADS speed and that sprint to fire speed, as well as to, you know, stay off the minimap every time I shoot. Barrel is going to be the Spetsnaz RPK barrel to maximize its bullet velocity and inflicted damage range, so this gun is good at long range. We got the optic being the Axial Arms 3X for those long range zooms. And then the underbarrel is going to be the Spetsnaz grip to maximize its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the Spetsnaz 60 round mag, so that has maximum ammo capacity, so I can deal with as many opponents as possible without having to reload. This gun is amazing. It works very similarly to the Groza in my opinion, except this one has better long range potential. Use the FARA. It's still overpowered in the game, especially if you can hit headshots. Next up, we got a pretty slept on gun, the C58. And with that, we have the muzzle agency suppressor, which allows us to pretty much be off the minimap every time we shoot. We got the barrel being the 18.5-inch task force barrel to maximize its long range capabilities with that extra damage range and bullet velocity. Optic is going to be the Axial Arms 3X because this gun is amazing at long range. You want to be able to pick out those opponents with this optic. Underbarrel is going to be the Field Agent grip to help maximize its recoil control. And then 45 round drum mag so that it doesn't lose any ADS speed. And you still have a good amount of ammo as well. I love this gun. It feels extremely solid with this class setup, and try it out if you haven't done so already. Next up, we got a gun that's absolutely godly, the EM2. And with that, we run the agency suppressor to pretty much, you know, stay off the minimap and, you know, help a little bit with recoil control. Task force barrel to maximize its damage range and bullet velocity potential. Got the optic being the Axial Arms 3X for those long range kills where this gun is extremely amazing at. Got the underbarrel being the Field Agent grip to maximize its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the 40 round mag so that it doesn't lose any freaking ADS speed. The EM2 is one of the fastest killing guns in the game, especially if you can hit like 1 or 2 headshots. I love this gun to death, especially for those skilled players. Use it. And last but not least, we have the Grav assault rifle, which we have the muzzle being the agency suppressor to stay off the minimap, the task force barrel to maximize this gun's long range potential, the optic being the Axial Arms 3X for those easier freaking zooms at long range, underbarrel is going to be the Field Agent grip to pretty much maximize its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the 50 round mag because it not only does it give you the most ammo, but you also don't lose any ADS speed, which is awesome. This gun is very underrated, and it's one of the best guns right now in Warzone, especially after the recent buff that it got, and it's the best sniper support in the game. Use this assault rifle. It's great. So now moving on to the Cold War SMGs, we got the Cold War MP5, which gives us agency suppressor, which allows us to pretty much extend our damage range even more with this gun. We got the barrel being the task force barrel so that we can have faster strafe speed while attacking our opponents. But the Raider stock, which also helps with strafe speed, but also sprint to fire time so that we have a faster time to kill potential because we're able to get our gun up faster. Got the underbarrel being the Field Agent grip so that we have more manageable recoil control for those mid-range kills. And the magazine is going to be the Stanag 50 round drum mag so that we have the ultimate ammo capacity to take out our opponents. This is one of my favorite guns in the game. I've been using this in Season 1 and has really great movement, so definitely use the Cold War MP5. It's awesome. Next up, we got a long-range Milano class, and we got the muzzle being the agency suppressor, which is going to help it with its extra damage range. Barrel is going to be the 10.6-inch task force barrel, so this gun can strafe around a lot faster. Optics going to be the Axial Arms 3X, because this gun can actually act as a good sniper support, and if you want to get some of those long-range kills, you got to have that optic on. We also got the underbarrel being the Field Agent grip to maximize its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the Stanag 55 round drum mag, so we have maximum ammo. The Milano's are kind of a one-of-a-kind SMG where it has really good long-range potential, and for that you definitely want to use it as a sniper support or even a long-range gun. Its bullet velocity is a little bit lackluster now ever since they nerfed it, but it's still really fun to use. So next up, we got the AK-74U, which gives us a Groza suppressor. You know, we can pretty much stay off the minimap with this attachment and extend its long-range damage. We got the VDV reinforced so that we have extra long-range damage potential, and we don't use the task force barrel because the task force barrel gives you more recoil. This attachment doesn't give you more recoil, which is awesome. The stock is going to be the KGB skeletal stock, so we can strafe around a lot faster and have a faster sprint to fire speed to win more gunfights. Underbarrel is going to be the Spetsnaz grip, so we can maximize its recoil control. And then the magazine is going to be the Spetsnaz 50 round drum mag for that maximum ammo capacity. The AK-74U is a super underrated SMG, and with this class setup, it has really great medium range potential, where you can then use it as a sniper support. This is a really great gun to try out. And next up, we have our 3-round burst SMG, the KSP. And with that, we got the muzzle being the agency suppressor to keep us off the minimap every time we shoot. The barrel is actually going to be the reinforced heavy because, like I said before, this one doesn't give you more recoil. The task force gives you more recoil, which is really bad. So with this, we get extra damage range and bullet velocity, which is awesome. But the optic being the microflex LED to kind of, you know, have a cleaner sight because the iron sights are a little bit ugly in my opinion. Got the underbarrel being the field agent grip to maximize its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the Stanag 48 round mag. Now the KSP is a very unique gun, and the only way you can make it really effective in short to medium range is if you hit headshots. So having that microflex LED is going to be key. You can accurately aim for the head, and as long as you're aiming for that head and neck, this gun is going to be kind of a surprising weapon once you see how quick it melts. Try it out and let me know what you guys think about it. Next up, we got one of the most reliable SMGs in the game, the Bullfrog. And with that, we got the muzzle being the Groza suppressor to once again keep us on the new map every time we shoot. We got the barrel being the 7.4-inch task force barrel to help with that damage range, bullet velocity, and super strafe speed, so this gun has amazing movement. KGV skeletal stock also helps with strafe speed, as well as that sprinted fire speed, so you can have even faster gunfight kills. Underbarrel is going to be the specialized grip to pretty much maximize this gun's recoil control, and magazine is going to be the 65 round mag. You can customize this gun any way you want. You can even take off the magazine and put on like a rear grip to help with ADS speed, or you can put an optic to be a lot more accurate and hit those headshots. I like this gun. It is very reliable. Next up, we got one of the fastest moving SMGs in Cold War Warzone, and that's gonna be the Mag 10 here. We got that muzzle being the sound suppressor, so we can have that faster ADS speed and sprint to fire speed, so we can take out our opponents by surprise. We got the barrel being the task force to help with damage range and bullet velocity, and especially that strafe speed. Raider stock is going to help with that strafe speed once again, and that sprint to fire time. We got the underbarrel being the field agent grip to maximize this gun's recoil control, and the Stanag 53 round drum mag is the magazine, so we can have maximum ammo capacity. This gun is one of my favorite guns to use because it just melts really quickly. You melt, or you move along really fast with this gun, and for travel, it's really nice. Use this class setup if you want to just juke your opponents. Next up, we got a pretty slept on SMG in my opinion, the LC-10. And we're going to be using the muzzle being the agency suppressor, which helps it with damage range, bullet velocity, and some recoil control and staying off the minimap, which is nice. Task Force barrel is going to also help with that damage range and bullet velocity, as well as some strafe speed. Raider stock is going to help with that strafe speed as well, and that sprint to fire time, which allows you to kill faster in gunfights. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent grip to maximize its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the Stanag 55 round drum mag, so you can have maximum ammo capacity. The thing about this gun is that it has very good long range capabilities, but the sniper support, it's kind of perfect. And then you also got that juking potential with the task force barrel and the Raider stock combo, so this gun is very good all around. It's just a little bit weak at times, especially up close, but when you take it at a distance, it's pretty nice. So try out the LC-10. Next up, we got the PPSH, and we're gonna have that Groza suppressor on this gun as a muzzle because it helps with sound suppression, you know, longer damage range potential and all of that. Barrel is gonna be the task force for that extra strafe speed and damage range and bullet velocity. Best nice PKM stock is gonna fully help that strafe speed, so this gun can be really quick and you can run around with it extremely fast. Underbarrel is gonna be the specialized grip for that pretty much maximum recoil control. And magazine is going to be the Spetsnaz 71 round drum mag, so you have a ton of ammo. You can take out fully armored squads with ease without having to reload as much. This is pretty much like a Mag 10, except just a little bit slower, but still fast enough to juke opponents out. And you got 71 rounds, which is amazing. Use the PPSH. Next up, we got an absolute god tier SMG, the OTS-9. For our muzzle, we got the Groza suppressor to pretty much help with damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, sound suppression. 7.5-inch VDV reinforced because, once again, this doesn't take away recoil control. The task force does, and that's why you don't run the task force. The VDV is going to help with effective damage range and bullet velocity. KGV skeletal stock is going to help with that strafe speed and sprint to fire time, which allows it to be a little bit more meltier. Underbarrel is going to be the Spetsnaz script to help it with its recoil control, and the magazine is going to be the VDV 40 round fast mag, so you can reload fast after going through those 40 rounds extremely quickly. I like this gun a lot, and especially when you run the reinforced, this gun doesn't have that much recoil and it's very easy to use, so you can use it in short and medium range situations and it'll still melt really quickly. Use the OTS with this class. Next up, we got one of the most interesting guns in the game, the Tech 9. And with that, we got the muzzle being the full auto repeater, so that we can make this gun fully automatic. We got the barrel being the 4.9-inch task force barrel to help with damage range, bullet velocity, and strafe speed. We got the Raider stock to help with strafe speed as well, and also that sprint to fire time, so we can kill faster. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent grip to help maximize its recoil potential, and the magazine is going to be the Stanag 48 round drum mag. Let me know how you guys feel about the Tech 9 in Warzone. I think it's pretty good, though one of my lower guns on the list, and I don't recommend it as opposed to some of the other Cold War weapons. And last but not least, we got the newest star on the show, the Cold War LAPA SMG. And with that, we got the muzzle being the agency suppressor to stay off the minimap, increase that damage range and bullet velocity, and help a little bit with the recoil control. The 7.9-inch rifled barrel is going to help with damage range and fire rate, as you guys can see here, which allows this gun to melt even faster, because this gun doesn't have the best time to kill potential. With that rifled barrel, it's going to feel really nice. Optic is going to be the Microflex LED, because this gun has some of the ugliest iron sights in the game. Stock is going to be that Raider stock with that strike speed and sprint to fire speed, so we can kill even faster. And the magazine has been the Stenag 50 round mag, though you could also use the fast mag if you wanted to. The LAPA is actually really good with this class setup, and since it just came out, it's kind of hard to put it in a certain situation. But with these attachments, it actually does pack a punch, so try it out. Now we're going to be moving over to Cold War shotgun classes. And for the Hauer here, we're going to have the muzzle of the agency choke to maximize that effective damage range. We got the reinforced heavy to pretty much boost up that effective damage range and fire rate in case you miss a shot and need a follow-up shot immediately. We got the SOF target designator here as the laser, because it also gives you effective damage range, which is really key on this gun. We got the magazine being the Stenag 9-round tube, so we have extra ammo for fully armored squad. And then we got the stock being the Marathon stock to help with that sprint to fire time, which is very key on this gun, because obviously you want to get your shotgun up as fast as possible to get those possible 1-shot or 2-shot kills here in Warzone. Use the Hauer, it's pretty okay. Now on the Gallo SA-12, it's very similar. Muzzle's going to be the agency choke once again to maximize that damage range. Reinforced heavy is going to help with the damage range and fire rate. SOF target designator helps the damage range. We got the Stenag 12-round tube, because you need a lot of ammo because this gun is semi-automatic. And the stock is going to be the Marathon stock for that extra sprint to fire speed. You need this gun to be like this because it's one of the best shotguns in the game, at least in the Cold War side of things. So try it out. Next up, we got the StreetSweeper, and we got the muzzle being the agency choke once again, the barrel being the reinforced heavy, the laser being the SFF target designator, the magazine being the 15-round drum mag. I don't want to use that 18 to reload for 3 more minutes. And we got the stock being the Marathon stock for that sprint to fire speed. This gun, I just hate the reload on. If there was one attachment I wish this gun had, it would be like sleight of hand or something to make it reload faster. But it's a StreetSweeper. They've nerfed it a lot recently, so I just wouldn't mess with this gun. But hey, this is a class setup to use if you do decide to use it. Next up, we got the .410 Ironhide. And with this gun, you want to use the agency choke to pretty much keep you off the minimap, task force barrel for that extra damage range, SOS dark target designator for the extra damage range as well, no stock to give you that sprint to fire speed all the way, and magazine is going to be the 7-round tube. The Ironhide is an interesting gun, but there's a lot of other better choices out there. But if you're going to use it with this class. Now moving on to the Cold War LMGs, we got the Stoner here, which we're going to be using the muzzle being the agency suppressor to stay off the new map and help its damage range. Task Force barrel to really help its damage range and bullet velocity at long ranges. Optics going to be the Axial Arms 3X for that clear sight. Underbarrel is going to be the Field Agent Grip to help with that maximum recoil control. And then for our stock, we got the no stock to really help with sprint to fire time. Now you can either use a stock or a rear grip to help with ADS feed. That's the only thing I don't like about LMGs. They're way too slow, but if you're gonna use the Stoner, here's the class you should use. Next up, we got the RPD, which I'm a bigger fan of. We got the muzzle being the suppressor. This is gonna help with sprint to fire speed and ADS speed, which is very key for LMGs that don't have the best sprint to fire speeds. We got the barrel being the 23-point-inch task force barrel, which is going to help with obviously long range potentiality with those bullet velocity and the damage range pros. We got the underbarrel being the Spetsnaz grip to maximize its recoil potential. We got the optic being the Axial Arms 3X for those long range kills. And for our stock, we actually have no stock to once again help with sprint to fire speed. Now the thing is with the RPD, it has a better sprint to fire speed by default than the Stoner. So by maximizing its sprint to fire speed a little bit more, it can kind of feel like an AR with the setup. And I really like it with the setup. Try it out if you haven't already. Next up, we got the big boy M60. And if you're going to use this for anything, use it at long range. Our muzzle is going to be the agency suppressor to help its long range potential with that damage range and bullet velocity. The task force barrel is a similar story. Once again, helps with damage range and bullet velocity as well as some recoil control. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent grip to maximize its recoil control potential. Optic is going to be the Axial Arms 3X, and the stock is going to be the no stock. This gun is only good at long range. Do not attempt to use this in short range situations unless you're already aim DS'd. This gun has one of the slowest ADS speeds in the game, and that's why I just use it at far range opponents. That's where you're going to see the most success with this gun. Now for my favorite Cold War LMG in the game, we have the MG82, and on the muzzle we're going to be using the regular suppressor for that extra ADS speed and sprint to fire speed so that we can really body our opponents. We got the barrel being a 16.4-inch task force barrel, which helps with horizontal vertical recoil control as well as damage range and bullet velocity at long ranges. We got the underbarrel being the field agent grip to maximize its recoil control potential. And we got the Axle Arms 3X optic for those long range kills. And we got the stock being the no stock. This gun is an absolute freaking laser beam, and then when you can hit those headshots, this gun is very satisfying to use because it has the fastest time to kill in the game out of all long range weapons in the game. So as long as you're accurate, you're going to be rewarded very well with this gun. It's insane. Okay, now we're on to the tactical rifles of Cold War. And first up, we got the muzzle being the Groza silencer, which helps with sound suppression and a little bit of recoil control and damage range and bullet velocity. Next up, we got the barrel being the 16.4-inch titanium barrel, which helps with fire rate, which helps this gun kill faster. We got the optic being the Axle Arms 3X to see enemies a lot more clearly. We got the underbarrel being the Spetsnaz grip to help with this gun's recoil control, and we got the magazine being the 30-round mag. You could also switch the magazine to like a stock or something to help with like sprint to fire speed or whatever the case is, but the key to this tactical rifle is stay in close quarters, spam this gun, and it has a pretty fast time to kill, especially if you aim for the head. Next up, we got my personal favorite tactical rifle, the M16. With that muzzle, we're going to be using the agency silencer to help with that freaking suppression, so we don't appear on the minimap, recoil control, damage range, and bullet velocity to help this gun melt a little bit more at range. Got the barrel being a 16.3-inch titanium barrel, which once again helps with fire rate. This gun can kill even faster with a faster bullets coming out of its gun. Optics going to be the Axle Arms 3X to pretty much see those long-range opponents. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent grip to help with that recoil control a lot more. And the magazine is going to be the 45-round mag, so we don't even have to lose ADS speed. The M16 is extremely underrated and can be a meta gun in the right hands. If you're good at getting all those 3 bursts to the head, oh, you're going to be eliminating opponents like nothing. It's nasty. Now, next we have the Cold War AUG, which is pretty much the same as the M16, just a little bit worse. We got the muzzle being the agency silencer to pretty much stay up the minimap once again. The barrel being the 17-inch titanium to help with its fire rate, allowing it to kill faster. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent grip to maximize its recoil control. Magazine is going to be the 45-round drum mag for the extra ammo. Optic is going to be the Axle Arms 3X, so you can locate your opponents at far range. Like I said, it's pretty much the same as the M16, but worse. So, no point in using this gun. But if you do, here's the class. Next up, we got the DMR, and I really like the DMR in this game now. I need to use it for like an official video. But with the muzzle, it's going to be the agency silencer to help with that sound suppression, a little bit of recoil control, damage range, and bullet velocity. Titanium to help with its fire rate. Field agent foregrip so it has maximum recoil control. Magazine is going to be the 30-round mag for the extra ammo. And optic is going to be the Axle Arms 3X for those couple of long-range / medium-range kills. You could also switch the magazine to a stock of some sort to help with sprint to fire speed. But this gun can be a legit melt machine because it has such a nice fire with the titanium barrel. And if you hit all headshots, this gun has a very solid time to kill, up to like a good amount of range. So if you're accurate, this gun can be very deadly. So for our next gun, we got the CARV 2, which we have the muzzle of the agency silencer, which helps with, sound suppression, damage range, and bullet velocity across range. Barrel is going to be the titanium for that extra fire rate. Underbarrel is going to be the field agent foregrip to help with that recoil control. Magazine is going to be the 45-round drum mag for the extra ammo. And of course, we got the optic being the Axle Arms 3X. This gun has a very nasty fire with the titanium barrel. So if you run this, in close quarters combat, you'll win a lot. It's just a really weird gun, though, to use. But if you're going to use it, here it is, the class. And next up, we have the only marksman rifle in the Cold War guns. That is going to be the R1 Shadowhunter, and only has one attachment. The optic. The best optic to use on this thing is going to be the Microflex LED, because out of all of these optics, it gives you the best sight picture, I guess you could say. So if you want to get some long-range kills, use this optic. Yeah. Now we're going to be talking about the Cold War snipers. The first sniper that we're talking about here is the Pellington, and with the muzzle we got the sound moderator for that sound suppression, sprint to fire speed, ADS speed, just to pretty much max out its ADS speed, because that's what snipers are good for. Combat recon is going to help with the bullet velocity to make it better at long range. Got the SWAT 5MW laser sight for that extra ADS speed once again. Bruiser grip for some awesome movement abilities. And the Serpent Wrap to maximize his ADS speed. If you want something like the Kar 98 from Modern Warfare, this Pellington's pretty close, so try it out. Next up, we got the Tundra here, and with our muzzle, we got the sound moderator once again to help with that extra ADS speed. Combat recon to help with that bullet velocity so they could be a hit scan weapon. SWAT 5MW laser sight for the laser to once again help with the ADS speed. Serpent Wrap for the extra ADS speed. and the 7-round mag in case we miss a shot or two, just for, you know, sake of just having some ammo in our clip, which is always nice. We're not really gonna be like super movement with this, so that's why we didn't run the underbarrel for this one, but this sniper is still really nice at what it does. Next up, we got the M82, which is a very weird sniper rifle, but for our muzzle, we got the wrap suppressor, which helps us with that extra recoil control, bullet velocity, sound suppression, damage range, you know, the usual stuff. We got the combat recon once again for that bullet velocity. Got the optic being the Axial Arms 3x, because I don't like the default scope on this gun. Magazine's gonna be the 7-round mag, so we have even more bullets to spray. And then we have the stock being the SAS combat stock. And you guys are probably wondering, why do you have this attachment on? Well, the way to play with this gun, in my opinion, is that you just stay ADS as much as possible. And if you're going to be like trying to strafe left and right, you can strafe left and right a lot faster to kind of like spam your shots if you're trying to hit someone. The key to this gun is not to quickscope. That's why we're actually running the wrap suppressor, not the other suppressor. Because it's a very weird gun that's kind of semi-auto, and you can get some really good kills off of it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the M82. I'm not a fan of it, but try this class out if you do. Okay, so for the ZRG 20mm here, this is the class that we're going to use. We got to use the wrap suppressor. And the way I like to think of the ZRG, it's more of a long-range sniper instead of a quote quick-scoping sniper. So yeah, you can use the sound moderator for that extra ADS speed and sprint to fire speed to make it zoom in and everything faster. But I like that long-range capability of this gun, so that's how I kept it. We also have the combat recon for the extra bullet velocity, SWAT 5MW laser sight for that extra ADS speed, so it isn't terribly slow. Like I said, you could change the suppressor for more ADS speed, but this is fine to me. 5-round mag so that it doesn't lose ADS speed and has that extra bullet, and then serpent wrap so it has even more ADS speed. And then I just used a regular optic on this gun, and it legit is a beautiful sniper rifle. This is the ZRG class you're gonna want to use. And for our last Cold War sniper, we got the good old Swiss K31. And we got the muzzle being the Groza suppressor, which helps with those long-range kills a lot. Got the combat recon once again for the extra bullet velocity, SWAT 5MW laser sight for the extra ADS speed, serpent wrap for the extra ADS speed, and the underbarrel being the bruiser grip, so we have maximum freaking movement with this gun. This gun's really fun to quick scope with. This is the closest thing to the Kar 98 that there is in the Cold War snipers, and I definitely recommend this sniper. Let me know what your favorite sniper is in Cold War Warzone. So now we're just left to the Cold War pistols, and first we got the 91011 here. With the 91011, we got the muzzle being the sound suppressor with that extra sprint to fire speed, which is going to be very useful here. The task force barrel for that maximum damage range and bullet velocity. SWAT 5MW laser sight, so it helps with hip fire accuracy. Magazine's gonna be the Salvo 14-round fast mag, and we got the dual wield. The point of this gun is to just get into people's faces and go blah 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 blah, blah and then reload fast and blah 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 if they're not dead. So pretty fun gun. So here are the dual wielded magnums now. We got the muzzle being the sound suppressor to help with that sprint to fire speed. Barrel gonna be the 4.7-inch tight snub barrel because it's the only barrel that helps with you increase more damage, which is awesome. We got the laser being the SWAT 5MW laser sight to help with hip fire accuracy. Got the magazine being the Salvo 12-round fast mag to reload quickly, and we got the dual wield. Pretty much the same story with this is that you got to shoot both pistols at the same time, and there's a good chance that if you're in close quarters combat, you can pretty much take out your opponents if you hit them in the head with both shots, which is pretty insane. It could be very overpowered for those skilled players. Next up, we got the Diamatti pistol, and with that, we got the muzzle being the agency suppressor to give it a little bit more damage range, the reinforced heavy to give it a little bit more damage range, the SOF target designator, which helps a lot in terms of damage range once again, and then optic being the microflex LED, and we got the magazine being the 30-round fast mag. I used to run dual wield on this, but it's not that good dual wield it anymore. If you run it by single, it's actually really good as a single fire weapon, so definitely do it this way. Next up, we got what I consider my favorite secondary now to use in Warzone, and that's gonna be the AMP-63. We got the muzzle being the agency suppressor to help with its damage range, reinforced heavy once again to help with its damage range. Optic is gonna be the microflex LED for that nice little iron sight, or that sight I should say. Magazine is gonna be the 30-round mag to have 30 rounds in its magazine. And Serpent Wrap is going to be this, there to help with the ADS speed. This secondary is probably the best secondary in the game now, ever since they nerfed the Diamattis, the Cyclops, and everything. Like, it having 30 rounds and not being too slow is actually super effective, and I love it for this reason. So, run the M63. It's pretty nice and reliable. And last but not least, the last Cold War gun we got to cover is the Marshall pistol. And the best way to run this is just have the cut down barrel with the effective damage range and bullet velocity, and then have it dual wielded, obviously. You can run the Dragon's Breath if you want, However, it does lower your effective damage range, so it does too many bad things to make it any useful. If you want to be annoying, yeah, go for it. But I'd say if you want to optimally use this class, just use the dual wield and the barrel, and you'll be fine to go. But yeah, those are all the Cold War weapons. This is a lot harder than I thought to talk about each weapon. But now we gotta go to the Modern Warfare weapons and tell you guys what to use on those guns. Let's rock and roll. So moving on to the Modern Warfare assault rifles now, we got the Kilo here. And on the Kilo, you want to run the Monolith Suppressor to stay off the minimap. Singuard Arms Prowler because it's the best barrel for long range potential. Attack lasers so you can ADS fast in certain situations. VLK 3.0 optic for those long range kills. And magazines will be the 60 round mags for that freaking maximum ammo. The Kilo's pretty good with this class. So next up we got the FAL here, and on it you want to run the muzzle, the Monolith Suppressor to stay off the minimap. Barrel's going to be the XRK Marksman barrel to have that recoil control under control and have very strong damage range potential. Optic is going to be the VLK 3.0 for those long range kills. Underbarrel is going to be the Commando foregrip to really maximize its recoil control. And the magazine is going to be the 24 round mag. So you have some extra bullets to kill people with, but also you don't feel too slow as if you were running the 30 round mag. Use the FAL with this class, it absolutely goes crazy. Next up, we got the M4A1 from Modern Warfare, and here's the class. Monolith Suppressor stay off the minimap like usual. Corvus Custom Marksman barrel, so you have that extra recoil control to really make this gun kind of a laser beam, and that extra damage range potential. Laser's gonna be the attack laser, so you can ADS to win in close quarters gunfights. 60 round mags for that full ammo capacity for fully armored opponents, and stippled grip tape so that you have that extra ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. This build is more like a sniper support build, which makes it good at short and medium to potentially long ranges, but short to medium is where you really want to use this gun. It's great. Next up, we got the FR 556, and on this class, you want to use the muzzle being the tactical suppressor so your ADS speed isn't as reduced. Barrel's gonna be the FR 24.4 inch sniper for those long range kills. Optics gonna be the VLK for those long range kills as well to see them easier. And the underbarrel is going to be the Commando foregrip to really maximize the recoil control of this gun. And for the magazine, you only need the 50 round mag, so your ADS speed isn't too slow. Run this gun in semi-auto, not in 3 burst mode. And if you run it in semi-auto, this thing will be a melt machine. Go crazy. Next up, we got the Odin assault rifle. And on this baby, you're going to run the muzzle being the Colossus suppressor because it's the best suppressor in the game. Odin factory barrel to really maximize its damage range and bullet velocity. Tac laser so you can ADS a lot faster. Optics going to be the VLK for long range kills. And then the underbarrel Commando foregrip so that you can actually maximize its recoil control and easily get opponents across range. This gun is only good at long range. Do not attempt this gun at short to medium range unless you're already ADS. Next up, we got the M13 from MW. We got the muzzle being the Monolith Suppressor to stay off the minimap. Barrel's gonna be the Tempest Marksman for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Tac laser to ADS a lot faster again. Optics gonna be the VLK for those long range kills to locate them better, and magazines gonna be the 60 round mags because this gun has a very fast fire rate and you need as much ammo as possible. The M13 melts, just so that's all you gotta know. Next up, we got the Scar, and with that, you need to run the Monolith Suppressor as a muzzle to stay out the minimap. Barrel's gonna be the Forge Tac 20 inch LB so you can aim for those long range kills. Tac lasers so you can ADS faster. Underbarrel is going to be the Commando foregrip to maximize that recoil control, and magazine is going to be the 30 round mag. This gun barely has any ammo, so I wouldn't recommend it, but this gun can melt in solos. Next up, we have the Modern Warfare AK-47. And on this class, I like running the Monolith Suppressor to stay off the minimap. 23 inch RPK barrel for that awesome damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Underbarrel Commando foregrip to really maximize that recoil control. Magazine's gonna be the 40 round mag, so we have that extra ammo. And the rear grip is gonna be the stipple grip tape. It's not as good as the Cold War AK-47, but this is the best it's gonna get for the Modern Warfare AK. Next up, we got the Ram 7 with the Monolith Suppressor, the FSS Ranger barrel for that awesome damage range, velocity, and recoil control. Commando foregrip, so that is good at long range with that extra recoil control. Magazine's gonna be the 50 round mags, and the optic is gonna be the VLK 3.0 optic. With this type of class, this gun can actually melt at long range. The only problem is that it doesn't have that much ammo, but in solos, this gun can really pack a punch, so try it out there. For the Grav 556, we got the muzzle being the Monolith Suppressor, of course. The barrel is going to be the Tempest Archangel barrel because it's the best iron sight and the best recoil control and everything like that. Tac laser for the laser, so we have that super fast ADS speed. Underbarrel is going to be the Commando foregrip to maximize that recoil control, and magazine is going to be the 60 round mags. This is one of my favorite guns to use for long range. It's always been one of the best Modern Warfare Warzone guns, so use it with this class. For the CR56 AMAX, we got the muzzle being the Monolith Suppressor. The barrel going to be the XRK Zodiac S440 for that best long range potential. Optics going to be the VLK 3.0 optic for those long range kills to locate them better. Underbarrel is going to be the Commando foregrip. This is the best foregrip in the game. Magazine's gonna be the 45 round mag. You guys know the AMAX. It freaking is crazy. Next up, we got the AN-94, and with that, we got the muzzle being the monolithic suppressor, the barrel being the AN-94 factory X4 38mm for long-range kills, underbarrel being the commando foregrip for long-range kills as well for maximum recoil control, magazine's gonna be the 60-round casket mags, and the optic is gonna be the VOK 3.0 optic. This gun's a complete laser beam with this class, however it doesn't melt the fastest, but if you were to use the AN-94, use this class. And for the last Modern Warfare assault rifle, we got the ASVAL. On the ASVAL, you want to run the barrel being the VLK 200mm OSA for that damage range and bullet velocity. Laser is going to be the attack laser for that super fast ADS speed. Underbarrel being the operator foregrip for that recoil control. Magazine being the 30-round mags. And the stippled grip tape for that rear grip. You know, we want to get the jump on our opponent's head. This is the best, fastest killing gun in the game in short range. It'll outgun any SMG, and you definitely got to use it with this class. So now with the Modern Warfare SMGs, we're starting off with the Modern Warfare AUG, and on this baby, you want to run the monolith suppressor to stay off the minimap. 407mm extended barrel for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. It's going to be a laser beam at medium range. Laser is going to be attack laser. Underbarrel is going to be the commando foregrip. And the magazine is going to be the NATO 60-round drum mags. This gun is an absolute sleeper of a gun, because it melts in any freaking circumstance. I love this gun to death and definitely use it with this class setup. Next up, we got the P90 SMG with the muzzle being the monolithic suppressor, the barrel being the force attack retribution for those long range kills. Underbarrel is going to be the rubberized grip tape to take control of that recoil control. Rear grip is going to be the stippled grip tape for that ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. And the stock is going to be the fly strap to once again help with that recoil control. The P90 is one of those most underrated guns, and this class setup really proves that. Next up, we got the Modern Warfare MP5. With this, you want to run the barrel of the monolithic integral suppressor for that sound suppression and bullet velocity. Underbarrel is going to be the Merc foregrip for that maximum recoil control capability. Magazine is going to be the 45-round mags for that ultimate ammo. Rear grip is going to be the stippled grip tape so you can get those jump on opponents. And perk is going to be a sleight of hand so you can reload fast. The fastest killing SMG in the game. Definitely use the Modern Warfare MP5. Next up, we have the Modern Warfare Uzi, and with this, we want to run the monolithic suppressor as the muzzle. Barrel is going to be the FSS Carbine Pro for that damage range, build velocity, and recoil control. Laser is going to be the attack laser to really make it ADS really fast. Magazine is going to be the 50-round mag to really max out its ammo capacity. And rear grip is going to be the stippled grip tape so you have that faster ADS speed once again. The Uzi is very underrated here in Warzone, and this is a class that you want to prove of that. Next up, we got the PP19 Bison with the muzzle being the monolithic suppressor once again. The barrel is going to be the 8.7-inch steel for the maximum damage range and bullet velocity. Laser is going to be the attack laser to really get the jump on opponents. Stock is going to be the FSS close quarters stock for the extra ADS speed. And rear grip is going to be the stippled grip tape. You can really focus up on ADS speed and, sprint to fire speed with this gun because it has a lot of ammo, and that's what makes it kind of effective. So try this class out if you guys haven't done so already. Now for the MP7, my favorite SMG in Modern Warfare, we got the muzzle being the monolithic suppressor, the barrel being the FSS Recon for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, laser being the attack laser for that quick ADS speed, magazine being the 60-round mag for that fully ammoed freaking gun, and then we also got the rear grip being the stippled grip tape for that quick ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. This gun is good at short range, medium range, long range. It's just an overall solid SMG, and you got to use this class to really do that. Next up, we got the Striker 45 SMG, and for the muzzle, we got the monolithic suppressor. Barrel is going to be the 400mm stainless steel for that awesome recoil control potential. Optic is going to be the GI Mini Reflex because the optic isn't the best on this gun. Magazine is going to be the 45-round mag for that maximum ammo capacity. And the rear grip is going to be the F-Tac G5 EXO for that awesome sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. The Striker is pretty solid, and this is the class you gotta use. So here we got the Modern Warfare Fennec, and for the barrel, we're using the ZLR 18-inch deadfall because it gives you sound suppression, damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, it's an ultimate attachment. Laser is going to be the attack laser for that super fast ADS speed. Magazine is going to be the 40-round drum mag for that maximum ammo capacity because this gun has one of the fastest fire rates in the game. Rear grip is going to be the stippled grip tape for that ADS speed and fire speed. And perk sleight of hand so you can reload faster and just continue gunning people. The Fennec is one of my favorite running gun SMGs in Warzone. You gotta use this class to see that. Now with the ISO SMG, we got the barrel being the FSS Nightshade barrel for that damage range, bullet velocity, sound suppression, and recoil control. Another ultimate attachment here. Laser is gonna be the attack laser for that super fast ADS speed. Stock is gonna be the F-Tag Vagrant for that other ADS speed boost. We got magazine being the 50-round drum mag for that maximum ammo capacity, and we got the rear grip being the F-Tag Elite ISO grip for that sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. You can really focus on ADS speed on this gun, and then has very good damage range and recoil control with the barrel. One of my favorite guns to use that's very underrated. Try it out. Now for the last Modern Warfare SMG, we got the CX-9, with the barrel being the CX-38S for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, and sound suppression. Underbarrel is going to be the commando foregrip, so that you have that ultimate recoil control. Magazine is going to be the 50 round drum mag. Rear grip is going to be the CX9 tack grip for that sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. And perk is going to be sleight of hand, so you can reload faster. This gun is amazing as a medium range gun and even short range gun. And the CX9 still proves to be one of the best guns in the game. Definitely try it out. And now we're moving on to Modern Warfare shotguns. And the first shotgun is going to be the Model 680 here. Muzzle is going to be the Forged Tack Marauder for that sound suppression and super tight, super like close spread. Barrel is going to be the XRK 30-inch Sport, so you can once again really direct all your energy when you're ADSing and get that one-shot kill. 5MW laser sight for that, hip fire accuracy. Stock is going to be the no stock for that super movement speed. And then the magazine is going to be the Dragon's Breath rounds because you get a lot more damage with the fire shotgun. So yes, you're going to be fire shotgunning. That's the advantage of the Modern Warfare shotguns, but use the model with this class. You'll destroy. Next up, we got the R9No, and on the R9No, you want to use the barrel of the Forged Tack Sentry for that maximum damage range and tighter pellet spread. 5MW laser sight for, once again, that hip fire accuracy. Dragon's Breath rounds, because, doof. And then rear grip is going to be the stipple grip tape for that quick sprint to fire speed again. And the perk is going to be sleight of hand, because you're going to be reloading a lot with this gun. You guys have seen this gun, especially in Warzone Season 6 of last year. It's still pretty effective. Obviously, they've nerfed it since then, but still pretty crazy. Next up, we're covering the 725, and there's really no use for this gun. But if you wanted to use it, run the Mod suppressor to stay off the minimap and have that extra damage range. Sawed-off barrel is going to be a weird choice, but it works because it gives you a lot of movement speed. And the thing with the shotgun, you only have 2 shots, so you want to be able to really get close to your opponents and kill them with that shot. And 5MW laser sight, once again, because it's the best laser sight in the game for shotguns. Sawed-off stock for the stock, so you have super fast movement speed. And perk is going to be sleight of hand to help you reload fast, because you only have 2 shots. I'd recommend using this gun, but it's going to be a quick, pretty much a movement-based gun, and you can outplay your opponents. You can actually do some damage with the 725. Not practical. Next up, we got the Origin 12, which is a very powerful shotgun. We got the muzzle being the choke to really tighten up that pellet spread. Forged Tack Impaler for the same reason and to boost its damage range. 5MW laser because it's good for hipfire accuracy. Stock is going to be the no stock, so you can move around a lot faster as a shotgunner. And the magazine is going to be the 12 round mag, so you have a lot of ammo to kind of work around with. You can move really fast with a shotgun and then just freaking spam an enemy down. This will be very effective in solos. Definitely try it out. Next up, we got the VOK Rogue, and with the muzzle, we got the Forged Tack Marauder for that tighter pellet spread and damage range. The barrel is going to be the VOK Czar because it gives the best damage range and tightest pellet spread. Laser is going to be the 5MW laser sight. The stock is going to be the no stock for the ultimate movement, and the magazine is going to be the 8 round Dragon's Breath. This is one of the best shotguns in the game. This thing is actually really nasty, and I'm surprised more people haven't picked up on it. Use it. And for the final shotgun class, we got the Jack 12, which helps us with the muzzle Forged Tack Marauder. Obviously, it's amazing. Barrel's gonna be the ZLR J2800 Influx for that awesome damage range. 5MW laser sight, 20 round drum mag that you can just spray and pray with. And the rear grip is gonna be the stipple grip tape for that sprint to fire speed. This gun is probably even better than the VOK Rogue. I don't know, it's between this one and the VOK Rogue, but they're both freaking nasty. This gun will piss your enemies off. Use it. Now we're on to the Modern Warfare LMGs, and we're starting off with the PKM here. Muzzle's going to be the monolith suppressor, so we can stay off the minimap. Barrel's going to be the 26.9-inch extended barrel for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control to make it really powerful. Laser's going to be the attack laser to really maximize that ADS speed. Optic is going to be the VOK 3.0 optic, so it can be really good to use at long ranges. Then rear grip is going to be the stipple grip tape for that ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. I hate LMGs, especially the Modern Warfare LMGs, because they're really slow. But this is the best class to use on the PKM if you're gonna use it. Next up, we got the SA87, which is pretty awesome LMG in my opinion. We got the barrel of the SA87 25.4-inch factory, which gives you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. The optic I like to use is the GI Mini Reflex. The magazine is gonna be the 60 round mag. Rear grip is gonna be the stipple grip tape, and the perk is gonna be the sleight of hand. I really like this class personally, but if you wanted to run a muzzle, you can just take off sleight of hand and put on like monolith suppressor, but I've actually done pretty good with this SA87 class, so try it out if you haven't done so already. Next up, we got the M91 with the monolith suppressor as the muzzle. The barrel is going to be the M91 heavy barrel with the damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, maximum freaking benefits. Laser is going to be the attack laser for that super fast ADS speed. Optic is going to be the VOK 3.0 optic for those long range kills. Rear grip is going to be the stipple grip tape for that faster ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. It's an LMG, it's good at long range, that's all I can really say. Next up, we have the MG34 here, and with the muzzle, we got the monolith suppressor, of course. Barrel is going to be the FSS Brute for that damage range and bullet velocity you can see there. Laser's gonna be the attack laser for that super fast ADS speed. Optic's gonna be the VOK 3.0 optic, and the rear grip is gonna be the stippled grip tape. I really don't like this LMG. It's way too freaking slow, but it really melts like a machine when you're already ADS. So try it out. It might work out for your weird playstyles. Next up, we got the Hauer 26, which I'm definitely not a fan of. We got the muzzle being the monolith suppressor to stay off the minimap. Laser's gonna be the attack laser. Underbarrel being the commando foregrip, obviously for more recoil stabilization. The barrels are trash, so we're not running a barrel. Optic's gonna be the VLK 3.0 for long range kills, and the rear grip is gonna be the stippled grip tape for that extra ADS speed and swing to fire speed. You can't really use a barrel on this gun. It's kind of weaker against other guns, so I just wouldn't see a point in using it. But if you want to go off with the Hauer, use this class. It's the most optimal. Next up, we got the Bruin here, and we got the monolith suppressor stay off the minimap. Barrel is going to be the XRK Summit 26.8 inch for that damage range, recoil control, and bullet velocity. Underbarrel is going to be the commando foregrip for that recoil stabilization. Magazine is going to be the 60 round mag, so it's going to feel a little bit faster. And the optic is going to be the VLK 3.0 optic. The Bruin's still pretty freaking good. I loved it back then. Not as much anymore because they've nerfed it, but use it with this class if you still want to use it. Now we're on to the Finn, probably the best LMG for the Modern Warfare weapons. We got the muzzle being the monolith suppressor. The barrel being the XRK long shot adverse barrel for that extra fire rate so they can melt even faster. Laser is going to be the attack laser so you can aim down sights really quickly. Underbarrel is going to be the ranger foregrip for that maximum recoil control. And optic is going to be the VOK 3.0 optic. This Finn absolutely destroys everything in this game, except for maybe the MG82. Use this class, it's great. And last but not least, we got the RAL LMG. We got the muzzle being the RAL monocore, which is basically like the monolith suppressor, with the barrel being the 32-inch RAL line breaker for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. The FSS oblique underbarrel for that recoil control and ADS speed, which is pretty awesome. Attack base is going to be also for ADS speed, and the optic is going to be the VLK 3.0 optic. It's the RAL. It's nothing too special or nothing too weak. It's just in the middle, which is pretty awesome. Next up, we're going to be moving on to the Marksman rifles, and we got the EBR-14 here. And on this, you want to run the monolith suppressor as the muzzle. Barrel is going to be the Forge Tac Precision 22-inch. Laser is going to be the attack laser. Optic is going to be the VLK 3.0, and magazine is going to be the 20-round mags. Use it. So what we got next is the Mark II carbine, and on this baby, you want to run the monolith suppressor as the muzzle. Barrel is the FSS 24-inch factory. Laser is going to be the attack laser. Optic is the VLK 3.0 optic. And the rear grip is going to be the stippled grip tape. Try this class out. See how you like it. Next up, we got the KAR-98 sniper rifle. We got the muzzle being the monolith suppressor. The barrel being the SynGuard custom 27-inch. Laser is going to be the attack laser. Optic is going to have the sniper scope. And the stock is going to have the FTAC sport comp. This is going to have a very quick ADS speed. And the KAR-98 will be very powerful in your hands. Try it out. Next up, we actually have the Modern Warfare crossbow, and on this thing, I like running the cable of the 16-strand cable for bolt accuracy, because that's got to be accurate with this gun. Underbarrel is going to be the FTAC speed grip, because we need to be, aiming fast and aiming quick to try and get these one-shot kills. In order to get one-shot kills in Warzone, you got to have the bolt of the FTAC Fury 20-inch bolts, which gives it an explosive tip. Forge Tac Apex for, once again, aiming stability so we can be stable with our shots. And the perk is going to be sleight of hand because it's going to reload after every shot. This makes it so it has kind of like a faster fire rate. I mean, the crossbow isn't practical, but this is definitely better than the Cold War crossbow, in my opinion. Next up, we actually have the SKS Marksman rifle now, which we're going to be using the monolith suppressor on. The barrel being the 22-inch FSS M5966 for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Laser is going to be the attack laser as usual with that super fast ADS speed. Underbarrel is going to be the Ranger foregrip to really maximize this gun recoil control. And the optic is going to be the VLK 3.0 optic. This gun is low-key kind of fun to use, so try this class out and see how you feel about it. It's pretty underrated. And now we're using the last Marksman rifle, the SPR-208. Now, this gun you want to use the barrel being the ZLR Vera Twist 9.6. The laser being the attack laser for that super fast ADS speed. Optic being the Solo Zero SPR 28mm. XRK SP Light 208 Blitz stock. And magazine is going to be the .300 Norma Mag 5-round mag. This sniper is very underrated and very overpowered, so definitely try it out if you can't use the KAR-98 for some reason. Now moving on to the sniper rifles, our first sniper is going to be the Dragunov. And on the Dragunov, we're going to be running the muzzle being the compensator because it gives you a lot of recoil control, and this gun has a lot of recoil. Barrel is going to be the 660mm extended barrel. Laser is going to be the attack laser. Optic is going to be the VLK 3.0 optic. And the stock is going to be the VLK lightweight stock for at least that extra ADS speed. Shout out to my boy Nam. He went absolutely off with his class setup, so I'm just taking his word for it and showing you guys to use this gun. Next up, we got the HDR, and on the HDR, we're running the monolith suppressor. We're running the 26.9-inch HDR Pro barrel. Laser is going to be the attack laser. optic is going to be the variable zoom scope, because it just zooms a little bit better than other scopes. And the stock is going to be the FTAC Stalker Scout. This gun is very good for long-range sniper kills. I definitely recommend it, especially if you're good at headshots. Next up, we got the AX50. And on the AX50, you want to run the Moloch suppressor as your muzzle. The barrel is going to be the 32-inch factory barrel. Laser is going to be the tac laser for that super fast ADS speed. Guard Arms Assassin for that extra ADS speed as well. And the perk sleight of hand, because it's going to have a slow reload. The AX50 is one of my favorite snipers in Modern Warfare 2019, and I definitely recommend this class in Warzone. And last but not least, for the sniper rifles, we got the Rytec AMR. And for this sniper rifle, we got the muzzle being the Rytec AMR suppressor, the barrel being the FTAC 7 straight, the laser being the tac laser, the stock being the XRK Mastodon for that awesome aiming stability, and the magazine is going to be the 25 explosive 5-round mag. Yeah, this gun is pretty much a troll gun, and that's the best way to use this gun. Believe me, these explosive rounds, they're very annoying. I've been killed by these a couple of times recently in Warzone, so try this class out. And now that we're done with all the Modern Warfare primary weapons, all we need are the secondary pistols, and we're done with this video. Starting off with the X16 pistol, we got the Moloch suppressor here. We got the 5MW laser sight for that hipfire action. We got the lightweight trigger for that faster fire rate. Magazine being the 26 round mags, and we got the perk being akimbo. Running these things akimbo is actually very overpowered in close quarters combat in Warzone, so you definitely want to run them this way. They're pretty overpowered. Next up, we got the 1911s, and it's a very similar story with this pistol. Moloch suppressor, laser being the 5MW laser, trigger action is going to be the lightweight trigger for fast fire rate, magazine is going to be 50 round mags, and the perk is going to be akimbo. Once again, just go, and they're dead. Use this class. Oh man, this one brings back memories. We got the 357s here, and we got the barrel being the 357 long, we got the laser being the 5MW laser sight, the trigger action being the lightweight trigger, the magazine being the snake shot, and the perk being akimbo. If you guys remember back to the beginning of Warzone, everybody ran around with the snake shot akimbo 357s. They were so overpowered, and they finally decided to nerf them. I mean, this is still the most effective way to use them. They just aren't that effective anymore, but you might get lucky and get some pretty crazy kills with these. They're fun still. Next up, we got the M19s, and these are crazy. We're going to be using the Barrel XRK L Super. Laser's going to be the 5MW laser sight. Trigger action is going to be lightweight trigger. Magazine is going to be the 32 round mag. Perk is going to be akimbo. You guys know that these are the most overpowered guns in the game. They have one of the fastest fire rates in the game. They have very good range. They're just overall overpowered because you can have 64 rounds. Use these. And next up, we got the Desert Eagle. We got the muzzle being the Moloch suppressor, the laser being the 5MW laser sight, the trigger action being the lightweight trigger, the magazine being the 13 round mags, and the perk being akimbo. The only problem with these Deagles is that they're very inaccurate. They're probably the worst guns in the game. Like, if you wanted to go ahead and go negative in Warzone, this would be the class to use, or the guns to use, I should say. Nothing will make this gun good, not even this class. Next up, we got the Renetti pistol here, and we got the monolithic suppressor, we got the 5MW laser sight, trigger action being the lightweight trigger, magazine being the 27 round mag, and the perk being akimbo. It used to be good with the barrel of the burst mod, but now since they've nerfed the burst mod, it's just better to run these guns dual wielded but single fired, and they'll still do extremely well. And finally, for the 101st customizable weapon, the last gun in the game we're talking about, the Psychov pistol. We got the Moloch suppressor, we got the barrel being the Surikin 140mm auto, which makes this pistol fully automatic. We got the stock being the PP Carabin. We got the magazine being the 80 round drum mag, and the rear grip being the VLK Priz Rack. This freaking Psychov is one of the most reliable guns in the sense that it's a freaking pistol that has 80 rounds and it's fully automatic. Pretty fun to use, and it's always nice to pull out whenever you run out of ammo on your primary gun. So yeah. That is all 101 freaking classes for each gun in the game. Obviously, I can make this video longer and talk about other stuff, but I'm freaking done talking. This took a lot. Like, pretty much I did one half of this video on one day, and I did the other half of this video today, which you'll be seeing today, because I'm wearing a different shirt. Took me forever to make this video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it at the end. If you guys do, make sure you guys share the video around. You know, use this for Cold War weapons and Modern Warfare weapons, because they're hardly going to change at this point. You know, we're waiting on Vanguard. And speaking of which, I need to do the Vanguard weapons first. Let me tell you guys what Vanguard blueprints to use, and then we'll be done. Okay, so really quickly, what's better for the STG, the Bone Rattler or the Warning Track? The Bone Rattler. The Bone Rattler gives this gun more ammo, and it doesn't have an obnoxious sight that makes its ADS speed super slow. So if you're going to use the STG before Vanguard integration is out, the Bone Rattler is the way to go. It's actually really good. Now for the M1 Garand here, which one is better, the Heirloom or the White Obsidian? I actually like both a lot, and even though the Heirloom has 8 attachments, the White Obsidian having 7, they're both pretty much equally matched. I think I like the White Obsidian a little bit better, but they both feel really accurate and really precise, and it just feels like I can do more with the White Obsidian. But it's really a toss-up between these two. It's kind of hard to tell. With the STG, it was definitely the Bone Rattler, but for these, you could toss a coin and just feel them out and see what you like better. But yeah, that is going to actually conclude the video. It took me a while to make this video. As you guys can see, this video is probably over like 40 to 50 minutes. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm hoping this video doesn't bomb. Whenever I make long projects like these, they don't do well. But if you guys made it to the end, just know I really freaking love you from the bottom of my heart. I really can't wait to use the Vanguard weapons and customize them and everything. Sorry if you hear my girlfriend screaming in the background. She's probably raging at some COD. But I'm going to have some exciting videos from now until Vanguard. And of course, Vanguard, we're going to be bringing all the bangers in. So thank you for anybody that supported me on this journey. If you've really stuck through to the end of this video, you're a true freaking support. I just want to say I love you from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, thank you for being amazing. Thank you for being just big ballers. And let me know, out of all 101 customizable weapons here, what is your favorite gun in Warzone and why? I freaking love you all. Keep being big ballers.